He had the strip sack.
But part of being successful in the NFL was, one, staying healthy. Two, playing sound football, okay? Three, gaining some momentum. And four, getting a little bit of luck. And right now, they're getting some of those things. You know, they got to win, so it's a little bit of momentum.
You know how they got lucky is Russell Wilson broke his
and that's
thumb,
the luck.
finger, or whatever.
100%, that is the luck I was going to refer to. They're a little healthier than the Seahawks are right now because Russell Wilson is out, and that's a huge problem for the Seahawks. It's a much easier game for the Steelers defense. Now, sure, the Steelers offense is still going to step up, but as long as they don't do anything stupid, take care of the football, don't turn it over. Ben needs to protect the ball a little bit better in the pocket. Yeah, he's getting pressured, but just because you're getting pressured doesn't mean you have to let go of the football. He's got to wrap it up with two hands, or at least when he's moving, keep two hands on the football. Carrying it like a loaf of bread is not good. 4 strip sacks in 3 games. Again, you're going to sit there and say, well, he was looking downfield. Look, I played in the NFL, and every single time, whether I saw it coming or not, whether I got my head taken off or not, it was my fault the ball got let go. So you have to hold on to that football. And, you know, and he's a veteran guy. He's got to do a better job of that.
Okay, so the Sea Chickens are coming to town. 8 o'clock Sunday night. Mike, this is not the same Seahawks Sea Chickens defense that was out there a couple years ago.
Still good, though.
Solid defense. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Geno Smith is not Russell Wilson by any means.
No, he's not. And I think I actually think this is a game that the Steelers can get things right and get 2 stacked together, get that momentum so they feel better. And I think we need to see the Steelers do that and have that offense click on all cylinders. No turnovers, score a bunch of points, and hold the Seahawks to a very limited amount, or if not, shut them out. And I think they can do it. It could be a statement game that says, hey, we're back. And mentally, for them, that will be better. But if it's a close game, that's what scares me. If it's a close game, yeah, they're gonna sit there, we got the win, but you gotta win bigger this week and make a statement against the Seahawks, against a banged up Seahawks team.
Well, I think the statement against the Sea Chickens is going to be this: get that ground game going again with the formula you put into place last week, using Derek Watt, using the 3 tight ends, using Gentry, using the multiple running backs.
Najee Harris a break.
Get the running game going, which you proved you can do last week, and it opens up the passing game. And again, you don't have a mediocre wide receiver in Claypool and Deontay. You've got 2 thoroughbreds there. That running game could open it up, let alone Freiermuth coming into his own. This kid loves to play football, and he can catch the football.
Yeah, he can definitely catch the football. And I like him. I think he needs to be in there more. I think they need to utilize those tight ends more on the play action pass. But again, this is a get-right game for the offense. Take care of the football. Do things the right way. You're going against not the greatest Seahawk defense in the past, but they still have Bobby Wagner, still a solid team. And then, again, the defense. This is going to be a good test for the secondary with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Now, how can the Steelers defend them? They could play 2 deep zone. They could play 2 deep over the top and let that front 7 get after the quarterback with Geno Smith. I'm sure they're going to run the ball a lot. I'm not sure if Chris Carson will be back, but they do have Alex Collins. They can still run that football, and they have to be able to be ready for Geno Smith to be able to run the ball as well. I think you'll see a little bit more run from the Seahawks this week. The big thing is taking away the big play threat from Lockett and Metcalf. Those 2 can be very dangerous for teams. Not as dangerous as they typically would be with Russell Wilson putting the ball right on the money, doing the extended handoff downfield. Because Geno Smith is definitely not as accurate, not as smart as Russell Wilson and with the decision making, but he's still an NFL quarterback and you're going to have to defend those guys. And if he's a little off the mark, you know, the Steelers can make him pay. But they got to make sure that it's a solid matchup for them defensively. But to me, offensively, this is the get-right game they need to have.
Positive takeaways on your Pittsburgh Steelers defense against the Broncos last week. Cam Hayward's playing out of his head because he knows he needs to pick up the slack from Tuitt and Alawalo. TJ Watt is looking great. Bush had his best game last week. He had that sack. I think this defense is coming along. Really, every week this kid impresses me into his sophomore year. Alex Highsmith is a football player, and he can play in this league.
They seem to always fill that position so well through the draft. Year after year, they get another guy, and it's like, well, is he going to be good enough? And then you start to see him evolve a little bit, mature a little bit, start making good plays, and it helps to have T.J. Watt on one side, because now.
What about Ingram? Mel Ingram is
and
playing out of his mind.
and
he even has the ability at a great bull rush up the middle. Well, a couple times last week, they sent him up over the guard, and he jacked the guard up.
So they're using it so they can actually get all three of them on the field at the same time by putting him in the middle. Or, hey, look, we got to give the TJ Watt a rest. We got to give Highsmith a rest, and we can sub them in and kind of get a little bit of a rotation to keep those D linemen fresh. And that's where the Steelers can be successful. Obviously, they have some decent defensive backs in the back end, but the better your rush is, the better off those guys can be.
Yeah, up front, they've got to be solid. I like what's going on. Even Henry Mongoose, whatever the hell you want to call him, got involved in a couple big plays last weekend. All right, so the Seattle Sea Chickens are coming to town. Mike, I think the Steelers eke out a victory this week.
I think they can run away with it. I really do. I feel if they play to their full potential, Ben takes care of the football in the pocket, no turnovers. I see it being more of like a 28 or a 31 to a 10 type game.
31.
28-10, 31-10.
All right, 31-10 says the quarterback.
I think they can, and I think they should. But if it's a 21-20 game, then yeah, you might get the win, but you're going to be in trouble. So I'm being positive this week. I'm calling 31 or 28 to 10.
Somebody get me Jimmy the Greek on the phone. I got $500 I want to put down on the Steelers because the quarterback said so. I'm Tank. He's Mike. Cross your fingers
don't
again.
Take my advice for betting.
Number 58 for your Pittsburgh Steelers was a bad man. Flip that around, Mike. Jack Lambert would knock your teeth out. Or Super Bowl, he throws the kicker to Cliff Harris on the ground.
Why did you tell me to turn it around? If you don't know who 58 is for Pittsburgh, then you're not allowed to get this.
Yeah, you're not allowed to get this. Look, this is really simple. Log on to Facebook and like Steelers Chalk Talk with me and, well, I'm Tank, he's Mike, that's the Lambert jersey. Like and share the Steelers Chalk Talk Facebook page, and at the end of this season, 2021, we're gonna give away the Lambert jersey to somebody that likes and shares our Facebook page so they can watch us every week. What do you think about that?
But they also have to know who Jack Lambert is.
They know who Jack Lambert is. If you don't know who Jack Lambert is, you don't deserve to win his jersey.
And the next one might be a Webster.
No, he's talking. Like, share, Steelers Chalk Talk on Facebook, and one lucky, the jersey. Somebody, show them the jersey. Somebody's going to win this jersey. The Lambert jersey, bicentennial jersey. Like, share, Steelers Chalk Talk on Facebook. Maybe even YouTube, too.